Baller. Baller. Yep, we're going to start here in just a couple minutes. We'll wait for people to come in. And, I'd ping it on other servers, but I don't know if we should do that.
Well, we're already at 32 out of 50. Anybody else that's coming in, as soon as that gets full at the 50 point, is going to have to take that link that Sochi put up for our Twitch stream. It is ready to go. Well, we can't ping out live on the official Eve Echoes Discord. We'll go through why here in a minute. So yeah, we can ping out here. We can ping out some other servers, but that's always kind of a pain in the butt to do right at last minute. So,
yeah,
Mario, go do it. Go do it. That'd be hilarious.
Do it on the Gulag. Post over on the Gulag.
Yep, or even on the official. Actually, we have another surprise today. There's lots in store for today's episode, honestly, but the official fake Eve Echoes Discord is officially launched. If you haven't heard about it or noticed it or gone over there yet, we'll get into why here in a moment. Show starts in just a second. Randal, we can go. We're ready to go. Everything's streaming. Everything's good.
Everything's good. Okay, we got the panel, and I'm already recording, so I will start the intro. And it's another banger this week, and we'll get the show on the road.
You're listening to the Eve Echoes No Propcast. Enjoy the show.
Supers get dropped when I enter the local. Fuck are you? Supers get dropped when I enter the local.
Yes, indeed. Supers got dropped this last week. And welcome, everybody, to Echoes of New Eden Podcast. I am your host, Rambo, for this evening, as well as I have a huge panel of guests for you. As well, they're all content creators. Go figure. We got Taylor Rick, we got Taylor the Photoshopper Rick this evening with us. So welcome to the show. As well as we got the sexy ass mofo Heron up in the house. Look at that dude. He's got his camera on too. So what's going on, Heron?
Nothing
we got Juby with us. Yeah, we got Juby with us for another week of content. What's up, Juby?
Hello. I see a lot of UB fans in the audience, and I feel very good today. So let's have a good show.
Baller.
Yes, we will.
And then as well as Damon Zell. Damon just got banned. Zell is up in the house as well with us. What's up, Damon?
Yes, the censored media.
Yeah. We'll be talking about that here in a little bit too. So, yes, welcome everybody to the live show we're doing an EU Prime episode today. It's a beautiful day out here in the States, and I hope everybody across the ocean is also having a wonderful evening. So we will bust right out into starting, with these topics for the week. And I think Damon did a pretty good job covering the stories that he did a couple days ago with that video and all the community news that has all happened this last week. And so it all started right with the Super Bowl. I'm wearing my AFC Championship Kansas City Chiefs shirt, my homeboy jersey. So
still, you haven't washed it yet. You've been in it all week.
No,
you wore it on.
You wore it
the last show. So that's 2 weeks now, actually.
Did I wear it on the last show too?
You wore it on the last show.
So. Wait. Oh, that was like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
I know.
Yeah, dang it. Okay. Yeah, it has since been washed, but I decided to wear it again.
How dare you? As Greta would say, how dare you?
How dare you? So, the Super Bowl happened last week, and during that time, we had some Discord shenanigans happening. During that time, we had a huge super fight during the Super Bowl. We'll talk about that later in the evening. And then during this last week, also, because of what happened during that Super Bowl broadcasting, all that stuff, I ended up getting muted and all this stuff, and eventually banned from the Eve Echoes Discord. And it's just been a crazy week as far as that goes. And, you know, seeing all the community stuff that's going on around the Discords has been quite entertaining. And so the show goes on, right? The show goes on. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah, I see everyone's talking in the on-air chat, so thank you very much. We'll be keeping up with that. And yes, Discord mods are at it once again. So let's talk about this real quick. And actually, let's just get this out of the way. The only update that the Eve Echoes official Discord provided us this last week was in the patch notes, which basically says that they're going to undergo maintenance, you know, during the time, and that was basically it. It specifically says this server maintenance has no updates, but only regular routine maintenance. So that's all I got as far as that. But if you actually, let me click onto it. Today they posted this lucky draw thing. What is this, in events? Lucky keyword.
Mm-hmm.
I already had to mute this channel because it's blown my freaking crap up. Oh wait, but I'm banned off of EE Discord, but yet I'm able to look at it. So here are the I know there's an update around it, but I want to say that Taylor Rick had posted a spoofed version of that announcement.
I did.
And it's basically for a giveaway for 10K SP, but I don't know. It's just one of those things. I typed in a couple things, and I don't think I've won.
I mean, as part of all of this shenanigans, if you will, we kind of did a thing, because most of what we were saying in CC chat over the past week and a half, 2 weeks, was turned into content creators getting banned. So when this finally came to a head this week with Damon and Rambo getting banned and Heron being banned for like what, the fourth time? I think when your first ban came,
well, he got muted.
Yeah, you got muted when your first
he had
mute.
3 mutes.
Right, but when your first mute came up, you posted like one thing and they instantly muted you again for another 7 days. What was that one thing, Heron?
I mean, it was just Randal, obviously.
Just Randal.
It was something like, hello friends, and also Getter, and then posted a Randal pic, and then that was it.
That was it. That's all it took.
Yeah.
That was all it took, and I've stayed out of some of this drama on that channel. Number one, I don't have a whole lot of time for it, but number two, because it was a little entertaining just to kind of sit and watch and see what would happen and see how far it would go. And it went so far as we made this. So this is a link to the official fake Eve Echoes Discord. And when Rambo was saying I made a spoof announcement, I'm basically every announcement they make now, I'm going to go and make a counter announcement on the official fake Eve Echoes that really says what that announcement is. So, for instance, the one this morning.
Version.
For instance, the one this morning. This is the way I posted it. I said, new giveaway for Beta Clone Duo Omega current Concord Pass owners only. You must spend 1,000 R in the last 30 days to win the following huge prize, not from NetEase. All lucky keywords can be found in the patch notes from January 31st. The rest of it I kind of pasted right in. And then I said no further details on how to enter, whether you spent money or not. Remember, this is for appearances only and not a real reward. Please resub each tune monthly, as we don't know how to make it reoccurring. 07. And their event time that they posted for this event is February 8th to February 21st. And they even say in their thing that 10 pilots, the first 10, get the awards. Did they think that it was going to take 3 days for 10 people to guess the right fucking word?
And supposedly it's Eve Echoes. I had seen somebody already
Insurance
win,
is a word. Lancer is a word that gets you in there into the drawing. Eve Echoes is the word. New Eden is the word. I mean, it's like What the hell?
I tried some other words. I'm not going to say them because I kind of want to hide my alts that I have on there because I don't want those getting banned. But let's just say the words that I put in didn't get chosen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I also typed Yubi and it didn't work.
Rip.
See, no respect, Juby.
Yeah.
They have no respect for the pilots of this game. None whatsoever. They didn't put your name in the patch notes. I mean, that's unbelievable.
You know, one thing that I found really funny about your posting there, Taylor, was that last sentence is please resub each tune monthly as we don't know how to make it recurring. That is absolutely hilarious. And it's funny is because with Apple, like it says when you resub your Omega on an Apple device, it says you've subscribed to this before. Do you want to keep going or something along those lines? I click yes, but it never actually auto renews. I have to do that every month.
Yeah,
so
everybody does.
That's one of those things.
Yeah.
I just thought that was absolutely great. And of course they're not going to say that, but
no.
Who knows if they even know how to do that. But
no, and I mean if you're still on the server but you're muted, you don't get to participate in any of those giveaways. If you're on the server and you're not muted and you're just a normal member of the community, you also don't get to participate in these giveaways they post because you have to have beta clone in order to participate in those. What's beta clone? Well, it's a role that you get when you talk a lot in general chat. Other than that, they don't know what the rules are. They don't know how beta clone gets applied. You lose it. It's a week to week, every 7-day rolling thing. So it's not something you can do just once. You have to constantly do it. I have no idea why you'd want to waste your time talking on that server in general chat to the moderators who are who talk more than anybody else over there. So again, we made our channels, we made our duplicate server, the official fake Eve Echo server, so that you can talk on that server, say whatever you want. And he openly states is the number one rule that's on there is in order to participate on this server, you have to have beta clone, and we have no fucking clue how to assign that to you. So good luck.
Oh man, I got Randal's DMing me. That's funny.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Hold on, I gotta invite him to the Discord here.
We are almost at max, by the way. If you're getting onto the Discord and wanting to join the live show, you're going to need to go over to Twitch and join. Where was that link? I need to repost that because it's always tough for me to go and I don't know why. It's really hard for me to find that. There it is. I got it. Find that link and post it.
So,
before you move on, because we were just talking about the official fake Discord, because it has been asked to me in DM before. Couldn't one just assume, or how would you prevent someone from assuming that this new official fake Discord isn't just Gulag 2.0?
Yeah. So I thought about that a little bit over the weekend, and I've seen some folks post over there where they're adding certain people to see if they're there or not, and when they're not there, they're like, "Thank God," certain individuals from the Gulag. And my only response to that is there is no way if you're gonna have a server that's open and that's free for all for anybody to say what they want and talk about the game and do whatever, then it's truly free, and there's no moderation. You have to put it at that standpoint first. Now over on the Gulag, there is moderation. There's a group of guys who do moderate that. They troll and do some things that are sometimes funny, sometimes annoying, whatever. On this server, there is no moderation. In fact, there's only 2 bots on there right now, and that's because we kind of have to have those 2 bots. The one is the moderator bot that tells you to fuck off, and the other one
suggest.
Yeah, the suggest bot, and the other one something just happened with either someone coming into the video or not. I got to redo the thing here.
Yeah, Damon. I think Damon had come out and
had the drop. Yeah,
come back in, and
Anyway, so. And the other one is the Moby bot, because we want the kill board over there, and I think that's kind of fun to have, to share the kill boards with everybody, because that's it's what it is. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. That's our moderation in a nutshell right there. That's it. That's all it is.
That's the extent of the moderation.
Yep. So anybody can join, anybody can say anything, and if that's not for you, if you think that's gulag and that's not for you, and you don't want to have someone say things to you that you don't like, then don't be on the server. This is all I have to say about that. So, and I've already seen folks from, and just to put on my silent hat for a moment, I've already seen folks from all over the rest of the server outside of Silent Fed join. I'm happy to have them there. Some RTI guys, some Void guys, I see a few AOA guys actually, and then a lot of Meow and a mix of CRB and everybody else from the Russian consortium that's there. So, and I'm fine. It's fine. You can come on there and say whatever you want. I'm not going to care. It doesn't, like, I look at it like twice a day. That's the level of moderation I'll do, is just to read it twice a day, and that's it. So.
Well, they got, trade and corp recruiting and all that other stuff over there. That's
right. And
can
with all due respect, on the corp recruiting, I had to have the very first one be AWOL is now hiring. AWOL shipping services are hiring. They need your help. If you really enjoy blowing your shit up and somebody else's as well, then you fit right in. Oh my God, look at that.
Yeah. That is a huge neckbeard.
That is gross.
That goes for days.
I'm gonna.
But this last week they've they censored Damon because he publicly discussed moderation, and we all know that's the reasoning. Even though he's a third party and they can't discuss anything with him, I thought that was absolutely hilarious too. We don't discuss with third parties, so and such. I'm like, that's so dumb. Such a just a generic ass answer. So. Of course they're not going to say anything. They're not able to or allowed to, or they don't know anything to say anything. So
right.
It kind of is what it is there. So I see people are using the podcast chat. Hold on.
They're just putting up memes and stuff. Yeah.
There we go.
Now, that's what happens. That's exactly what happens.
About that moderation, right? The funny thing about that is that post went up in the morning. The link and was up all day. Other senior mods and other mods were on during the day. It wasn't until Getafix logged in is when I got the ban. And in fact,
did you get banned?
It's the ban is on. I'll put the screenshot of it.
Oh, it's a full ban, not a mute. It's a ban.
And here's the other thing. I was talking to them in the moderation ticket. Whereas, all the moderations are there. All the moderators are there. And I even say here that I will be reporting on this. Now, if they didn't want me reporting on this, they could have said they're there, but hey, this is going to go against this. This may result in a ban if you go ahead and do this. They did not do that. All they said was, well, if a senior moderator wants to comment on this, they will. They'll throw it into the chat. And
they're not allowed to say anything.
Yeah, no. And then this is what it was. The muted for 7 days and ban reviews.
Ban review.
CC roles revoked. CC roles revoked. They're basically silencing you, saying you can't post on there anymore because it's not against their agenda, or it is against their agenda. I mean,
I don't even know if they necessarily have an agenda other than. Let me ask you a dumb question. What does being a Discord moderator actually mean? Like, what is it they're actually supposed to do? Because in reality, it sure as shit looks to me like they don't do the thing that they're supposed to do, and instead they act like content creators on that server. They act like the gatekeepers of what's right, what's wrong, how to play the game, giving people tips. That doesn't sound like a moderation role to me. Does it to you, Rambo? Heron, does it any of that make sense? What is a moderator supposed to actually do?
Well,
no, they're snakes.
Well, they're meant to be there to stop people with hate speech and all of that stuff. That's it. They're meant to be hands off, right? Moderator. They're not. And anything that's considered hate speech to them would just be anything anyone says that slightly offends them. As is evidenced by kicking about, I don't know how many people, but half the CC team. Not quite half, but too many.
4 people.
The ones that actually talk and are active.
Yeah, I mean, because there's really only like 3-4 more outside of the ones that were kicked that are still there that are active. You know, it was Juby, myself. I guess you can call Venomune active. He's active. I mean, he's not very active talking on that server, but I mean, he's active. He posts videos. But that's it.
So let's talk about how all this happened, right? So, Heron, he voiced his opinion this last 2 weeks ago. At this point, it was about a week before the Super Bowl had even happened, and so he voiced his opinion. And that's where Damon came in. He kind of covered the story there, where Heron had posted the photo of Randal from that cartoon called Recess. Now, I grew up watching that cartoon. I've seen it. I recognized the character right away. I know how it is. And I said, Randal from Recess, LOL.
Yeah.
And that's basically how it started, right? So he posts that. I reply, Randal from Recess. And then I guess the rest is history, right? So Heron gets the mute, and then because of that scene, that picture or whatever, he gets a mute. He comes back 7 days later, you know, fresh off the mute, says hello everyone, and get up, and then he posts the Randal photo again, and gets slapped with another mute. Okay. I'm like, oh, you know, don't say anything, right? So then he comes off of that mute, and then this is basically when it comes back to the Super Bowl thing, and then once again comes back, says whatever he has to say, posts Randal again, gets a 14-day mute, and then this is kind of when it all went down. So then over on the Gulag server, you know, he's saying, hey, I've been muted again. He's posting screenshots. Randal's at it again, you know, blah, blah, blah. And basically people started typing in Randal on the official Eve Echoes Discord. And it was to the point where they were using the Dinobot to auto-delete and just auto-censor the word Randal, which is just a name, right? And so even words that even like, yeah, just different spellings of it and such, they were deleting those, banning those, all that type of stuff. And of course there's like 2 hours of conversation that got deleted. So what can't they delete? Well, they can't delete your profile picture. So people started changing their profile picture to different images of Randal. So that's why you see all the different Randals as profile pictures. So that because people were doing that, I don't know if people were getting banned or anything because of that, but obviously they can't do anything about that, about a profile picture. Now, I did get sent a message about recommending that I change my picture back, in which I did. But during that time, I did have my picture as a Randal picture. And just, hey, like I said, I was engaging in conversation.
And they want to control your profile image as well, if it's something they don't like.
They do. If it's something they don't like, they want to control it.
Change my face.
Well,
if
it
doesn't.
Juby, here's the hard truth of the matter. If someone somewhere suggested, and I'm not suggesting that we do this right now, but everybody should go and do this. Go and post the image of your face, your profile face, over on the Eve Echoes Discord, and let's see how fast they tell everybody to stop doing that or they ban people. And then we can do the same thing with the profile pics, and everybody will tell them to stop doing that. And then they'll come back to you, one of their best content creators, and tell you you can't use your own face. That's exactly what would happen. That's exactly. And if it doesn't happen that way, then they're creating a double standard where they're saying, well, we can control it and we can tell people not to do it if it's something we don't like. But if it's something we like or don't mind, then you can do it all day and talk about it all day. That's just the patent definition of censorship. That is not moderation. That is patent censorship. And it really is the same thing that happened with the photoshopping or the non-photoshopping of the Lancers, where they instantly said, oh, that can't be. That's not right. That's fake. Those guys are, and they're literally putting down a content creator. Again, that's not moderation. That's called being an asshole.
the other thing as well is, I think 2 of the times I was banned was for sharing, I don't know, moderation shit or whatever the fuck they were talking about. Can I swear? Anyway, but the double standard would be where Kelbeck and whoever the fuck else are sitting there going, hey, we can't talk about it, but there's definitely more to the story. So saying that, surely, 1, they're talking about the moderation, 2, they're insinuating that there's other things that happened that would be more sinister than the reasons why I'm giving, which is banned. So it's just very strange, I think. It's just double standards all around.
Yeah. Well, and get this, I've been fighting the mods for a long time, and I've been fighting them on mod abuse. I've been fighting them about beta clone and how much of a dumb thing that is. I complain every time they post an announcement about beta clone, not with everybody not being able to participate in that. Then, in general chat, I complain about their censorship. And of course, when the whole reason I got censored, or I should say muted, was because they took down a message. The person's like, why did my message get deleted? And I posted a screenshot of one of my own things. And I said, it's censorship at its finest. And it's of my own message that got deleted. And I got a 7-day mute for it. So yeah, I've been fighting them a long time regarding that. And I'm surprised it took this long for them to be able to ban me off the, and even then I had 1 day left on my mute, and then I get the ban, which, for the reasoning, like I was, inciting a raid and all that type of stuff. First of all, they probably don't even know what a server raid is.
No.
We've had it on this server.
It's a good thing.
Because you actually get you get a notification saying that there's a server raid happening. It's like, yeah. So
it's a good thing.
But
it means
what
lots
that
of
was
people are suddenly
not.
active. Yeah, it means, honestly, what harm comes from a quote-unquote server raid? What harm comes from that?
Wasn't like we were posting anything bad.
Exactly. There's no harm that comes from it. Guess what happens when there's a server raid on someone's server? It means suddenly there's an influx of a lot of people on your server talking about something or doing something that's above the norm for that server. That's it. That's all that means. That's how that notification gets created, is in that circumstance. Isn't the whole goal of what they want on that server is more engagement? Yet the second it happens, they try to shut it down.
Yep.
It's just so stupid. It's so back-asswards. I don't understand how the community managers at this point over there feel like they're bots at this point. I don't really know that they are really watching or understand the context of what's going on. But man, if I were them, I would knock that shit off and fire 2/3 of those moderators immediately.
So I had the mute, right? And so during that time, I screenshot everything. I even said on that you have to screenshot everything on that Discord, otherwise it'll get removed or whatever, right? So
yeah,
I
they
screenshot
literally
everything.
Tell us not to. That if we screenshot certain things off that Discord, that we're in trouble. We get in trouble for it. But
I screenshot their moderation, and I screenshot the fact that they hide behind Dino just to talk to me. So
I've posted this in our
just going through mine.
I posted this in our on-air chat a couple times, guys. If the on-air, so you can't hear me, but if the on-air server is full here, the live podcast thing is full. You have to go to watch us on Twitch, which we have 9 viewers over there and a full room of 50 over here. So just FYI.
Yep. So as I have my screenshots here of Dinobot talking to me. So I was warned, please do not incite negative discussion. And then I was muted for 30 minutes. There was no reasoning there. And then, damn it, I'm trying to. No, I don't want that. Damn it.
Deploy all 30 phone. CSM now.
Nice. That's funny. And then, so I was muted for 30 minutes, and then shortly after, it was like literally 5 minutes afterwards, I was in mute. And then they hit me with a 3-day mute on top of that. And for reposting content deleted by staff and moderated, inciting negative discussion, baiting with intention to disrupt. I feel like I'm talking to the cops. But anyway.
Robocop.
Robocop.
So there's that, right? And then, as I'm coming on, dude, I had like 24 hours left on my mute. Then I get a random message, says you are banned in Eve Echoes, abuse of privileged roles and permissions, inciting and encouraging a server raid, in which I did not. And I did talk with somebody, and I do not believe that I was part of a server raid by definition. So there was that. And I was able to appeal it in 1 day, in which I did. And of course, Damon had showed this in his latest video as well. So I did appeal it, and I'll go over what I had said there. They say, why did you get muted? At this point, I was already banned, so I was disputing my ban. I said, not exactly sure why I got a mute. Server ban while mute was definitely random, considering I didn't start anything, I didn't ping anybody, and I was just trying to engage in conversation. And then they say, why do you believe your appeal should be accepted? Because I didn't do it. As one of your most consistent content creators, senior CC at that, I feel the treatment is beyond unnecessary. And they say, is there anything else that we'd like to know? And I said, prove your accusations against me. And like Damon had said, they don't have proof. I didn't post anything bad in the E Discord. And yeah, what are they going to prove? I don't know. I was baffled by that. I don't even know if I was mad, honestly. I was like, wow, you actually steeped that low to ban people. I was quite amazed actually by that. And so I couldn't wait to message some other people about it. And, you know, I got Heron involved, and I got Damon involved and all that, and got them in the loop as to what's all going on there as well. And so here we are, right? The devs come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Today at this point.
Today,
actually,
yeah.
You know, tonight they'll be coming in office. So
Yep.
hopefully, I hope to have a message in my inbox by the time I wake up for work tomorrow regarding my ban. And I know that the community managers have DMs from other people that are disgusted by this as well that had messaged them. So they're going to have a lot of DMs, a lot of stuff to catch up on. And yeah, I just can't wait to see what all happens in that sense. Yeah, how much drama you've missed, Hale, not being an official content creator. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So anyway, consider that crying. I don't know. Some people think that people are dramas and baby and you know, being babies about it and all this type of stuff. It's like, do I really care? Not really, but I'm more against the mod abuse than actually losing the Discord server. That's the whole thing that gets me. And like I said, I've been calling them out for a long time on it. They think they're better than everybody else. And you know what? I definitely stand against that. I definitely will stand against that every single time. And then when they want to try controlling what we have to say, that is a giant red flag too. Like what they did with Heron, you know? So, yeah, anyway, end rant.
Well, the funny thing is, right, they choose the time when the devs and the team manager are gone for 2 weeks for the Chinese New Year. The devs have repeatedly told the CC team that we are the advertisement for the game. That's why there's no commercial. That's why you don't see anything advertised for this game anywhere, except for around the 1 year anniversary. So we're their, we're their media relations. We're there to draw new players in and everything else. And effectively, by kicking and muting us, so we can't post, you're undercutting your bottom line. So I don't think the devs in the community. I reached out personally to the senior moderator Jay when this all went down, and he was away on the week. I haven't heard back from him yet. He said he was going to try and talk to Get about this whole thing. But yeah, I haven't reached out to Killa. I wasn't gonna reach out to Hartley because Hartley does not have a return in my DMs. So.
Yeah, Carly's been MIA for a long time. Killa at least will reply to you. And during the last time with the whole Lancer thing, you know, we had talked about that when that came down, because like they actually messaged me about regarding the content that we had posted on the show that one week about the Lancers. And of course I gave my reply, and that was the end of that. So there was no dispute there. There was no mute there. There was no ban there. Granted, the content creators did get a PP slap, but it didn't go to this extent. And I think had they been in office, it wouldn't have gotten to this extent as it is. But, you know, what do I know? It's just mods flexing again. And Jay's not a senior mod.
I wonder if you think like Captain Benzi, what kind of videos he made about like how he feels about the game and how all the things, like the whole shabam basically. So, and he never get a ban or a mute or anything basically. And I think most of the things what he did like in the end time was pretty rude, kind of like hear bad things about my favorite game, like why? And still, like Damon gets a ban almost immediately because he made a video, and Benzi makes videos and everyone is like, yay. Let's do this.
This Discord just got a raid alert.
Yeah, we just got a raid
alert.
Well, I better start posting Randal pictures.
Start muting
We're getting
everybody.
a raid.
Start
It's raid time,
people.
boys.
We can't possibly have more people on the server. That'd be horrible. Oh my gosh.
There's so many people talking. It's a raid.
Benji was like the face of EE, and no matter what he did, he couldn't do no wrong. And yeah, he said he quit Eve Echoes. Before he officially quit, he only was posting a video a week when we were getting the dev Q&As. And then half that video would be him ranting about how bad the game is. And then he goes, I'm quitting the content creators team. I'm going off. I'm not playing this game anymore. Yeah, he still retained access to the channel for another month or two. And still would just, in the content creator section, just badmouth the entire game, and like never any repercussions. And then like one person's feelings get hurt, and then all of a sudden mass mutings and bannings all around.
The second he stated he was done, like he was just officially done, he wasn't going to play the game anymore, I started sending the thumbnails of his videos and and little clips of transcripts of what he said in his YouTube videos about the game to Cartley. And I did it like twice a week, sometimes once a week, but sometimes twice a week, telling Cartley it's time to remove him from the senior CC position that he has. It's time to kick him out of the program. He's done. Get him out of there. And it took, and Cartley would respond. At that time she was still responding, and she would say, "Yeah, I'm aware of it. I'm looking. You're right. Wow, I can't believe it. This is really sad. I'm looking into it." And then finally she said it's done. And that was in December. So, but it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's a guy that you had as your main content creator. The one that you even had his stuff linked to from in game and everything else, and tried to push out his videos for new players to, work with.
They did write his name wrong.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Well, I mean, his whole comment about that, about how insulting that was, and because he's their main guy and this, that, and the other, that's, I understand that. Oh, you didn't get my name right? Okay. Well, it's, Joe Blow, who was doing that overlay for them, has no effing clue who Benzi is. He's working on one of 20 or 30 different games for NetEase. He doesn't care, and mistakes happen. Like, should somebody like Cloud or Cartley or one of those individuals kind of walk through and checked it? Sure. But they're not native English speakers either. So, I mean, and he also did need to be nice. So, it was kind of true. It's kind of true.
I don't know.
if you think about it, in the same vein when we all did those videos, yes, he went off the handle.
I will get out. I will
Yeah, he lost his shit over that.
with my shoe.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they misspelled both my name and your name, and we're like, okay, it's
Whatever.
no big deal.
I'm not so high and mighty as to think that if someone spells my name wrong, I should be able to rip them a new one. Like, someone's just doing their job, man.
I would do that.
What, rip him a new one, Juby?
Yes. Immediately.
Like, what the heck? Yeah.
I know you're kidding. You're just too
Especially-
nice.
No
You're too
respect.
nice.
No respect. Can't get any respect around here. No respect.
The ripper of new ones, Juby. I can't spell echoes either, I know. I did that a few shows
Yeah.
back on the words behind me. I misspelled echoes. I mean, see what I mean? Shit happens.
Yeah. And that's why we love you for it. So, yeah, and the story is unfolding. No, Hans, you got the wrong person. It is I. Yeah, they didn't give me gray hair, by the way, my corp. Which, speaking of, I'm no longer CEO of RIP.
I was going to ask you about that, but I didn't want to do it on air because of the Riva thing. And I was like, does this mean you're no longer CEO?
No, it's just I'm just stepping back just a little bit. It's not like I quit. Like people
Yeah.
are like, "Oh my god, oh my, he's quitting the game. What's going to happen?" It's not like that, right? You know, like with this, with me being banned from the EE Discord.
Yeah, it doesn't
No,
matter.
the
Yeah.
show's not stopping. Yeah, it doesn't mean really anything. So yeah,
Yeah.
I step back from the role. I'm doing other duties, but I'm just not the main CEO anymore. So
We lost
man,
a
Riva's
Heron.
been doing Riva's been doing a lot of the back end stuff anyway too, so he's well suited for the job. But anyway, no, they didn't give me gray hair. I raged so bad I had to step down. I was like, oh my god, it's done. Duties. Nope, that's not the case. No, I love the corp too much to step away.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, so that was basically it. You know, as the devs come back, we will continue fighting. You know, at least I'm going to continue fighting to be able to get that stuff back. And I know there's a lot of pissed off people. You know, I'm looking at the general chat right now on official EE Discord because I'm banned, and like they've said one message in the last half hour. So it's pretty dead over there, considering that they banned everybody that's still active. So, yeah, Randabo, yeah. But yeah, that was basically it that I had. You know, kind of rely on Taylor to let me know what's going on, or other CCs. You know, but until then, we'll figure out something, right? Figure it out. I'm still getting raid alerts. Damn it.
Yeah, we're definitely full. This is about the most active we've
Hey, Grognak. No, don't, dude. Grognak just said hi, Rambo, in the general chat. Watch him get muted. I'm gonna wait for it. Somebody mute him, quick. Somebody mute him.
Well,
quick.
that's the dumb thing, Hans. Hans is asking, so no Omega. I mean, as a CC, we do get Omega for our main every month. I was told that when the whole, Photoshop Lancer thing happened, that I was told by the moderators that I would get my Omega and my Duo Omega giveaways pulled. It's not up to them, so what the fuck? But so no, I still have all that, and so does Rambo. They can't take that. They can just talk and be stupid, but they can't take that. That's up to the devs to actually do. I mean, the community manager could probably put a word into the devs to turn it off. But that's about it. The devs have to do it.
Now they're all typing in the general chat over there saying hi,
yeah.
Rambo. Yeah. Banhammer is
It's so
coming for
bad.
you guys. Yeah.
That's pretty tough.
That is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. God, this video thing, we have to keep.
Did that just happen? Damn it. Oh, you're still timed out. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he posted a screenshot of. ban all of them. Anyway, okay, yeah, that's all I really wanted to say on the topic.
Okay.
You know, bit frustrated about the whole thing, you know, of course, but like I said, the show goes on. I don't need that, but it is a bummer that, granted, you know, I lose the access of being able to give dual Omegas away, but I haven't given those away in months anyway, and I have my frustrations about that as well.
That doesn't even really matter, because when you do try to give them away, they don't ever assign them to somebody. They're supposed to happen within a week. I tell people 2 weeks, because sometimes they're a little slow, and there's a time lag between when I enter them and when they start. Maybe I enter them on a Friday or a Thursday, and they start them on a Monday kind of thing, and then it takes a while to show up on the server like after the following patch or something. But even then, it's like I've got people who are DMing me from shit that I gave away in November saying, is this ever actually going to happen? And I'm like, what? You kind of got to tell me, you know, a little sooner than 4 months. I mean, but
like, I don't know if it went through. You don't get a message or anything saying it.
There's no way for us to know. Yeah, that whole system of how they do that is ridiculous and needs to change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mario said that we can give away his Omegas, which I'd be grateful to do.
Yeah.
Gimme.
But you know, Michael JD, the infamous Michael JD, got banned from the Eve Echoes Discord. Did you see that?
I did. Yeah, he went over
said,
there in your honor.
He called Getafix Randal and got his ban. And the reasoning for the ban, I have to refer back to the screenshot. What is it?
Yeah, post it up.
Yet again, another raid alert on my. I'm getting raid alerts on my phone. Stop. Okay.
It's good. It's a good thing. This is what
I know, it's absolutely great.
Idiots over there don't understand. It's a good thing.
Absolutely great. Okay, so yeah, Michael JD. Randal. He was banned in Eve Echoes and the reasoning was alt account ban evasion. That's a bannable offense, as being an alt account, in which we know that account is not an alt account for anybody. And yet, yeah, he went there shit talking.
That's his Discord account, yeah.
And I replied to Michael JD. I said, "You've been an alt of mine this entire time." That's crazy. It's unbelievable.
He does things on his own.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
But like I said, they can't get rid of all of me, so whatever, you know. And if they find this one, I got another one. And they find that one, I got another one. So it is what it is.
Oh, Heron's back, raising his hand, trying to get back on. Here we go.
You able to get it?
Yep, I got him. Well, at least I hit the button. There we go. And he's back. Guess who's back? You dropped there for a while. Wasn't sure what was up, but yeah, you're back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about Randal a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I was listening.
Anything else you want to?
Okay.
Anything else you want to chime in on that, Heron, before we move on past the community news? Because that's like 48 minutes and 30 seconds worth of, you know, Randall Gate.
Randall
scandal. I called it the Randall scandal. I never really agreed with Randall Gate.
Yeah, Randall scandal.
But I like Randall scandal.
That's better.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, Randall scandal's much better. But yeah, no, I mean, there's nothing really to add to it. It is what it is. We all knew they were dicks anyway. Now they're just like further cementing it. They're banning the last like 3 content creators they have. So all right, cool. I mean, it's not that I've made any content, but I wonder why.
Randall's lost son just said that he's an MJD alt. Man, these guys are wanting to get banned.
over on the Discord, really?
Yeah.
I gotta go see it.
I didn't tell them to say this stuff, by the way. So just to cover my tail, I'm not inciting anything. I am witnessing it, though.
Randall's lost son. Michael G. Yep, exactly. I'm banana, says Mario.
Yeah.
Oh man, if Mario gets banned, that would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Touching back on Michael JD being your, I guess the merger king is not just happy now coming through your corp, now he's coming through your accounts.
coming for your accounts. Yeah.
Yeah. And Damon, I had to laugh at that last statement that you had about my ban. That Taylor Rick is so good at Photoshop, he's trying to Photoshop me out of the podcast. Like, so he could be prime ownership of it, prime host.
I don't
host
have
whatever,
enough time to wind up doing that. No way.
It's
And at the same
conspiracies within
time,
conspiracy.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy. Yeah.
right. And at the same time, as I watch Damon's video and I watch his screen, he's got Photoshop on the toolbar on the bottom there. I'm like, he's the master Photoshopper of them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's all I had on that. Like I said, we'll continue providing updates either on this Discord, on the official fake Eve Echoes Discord, and so on and so forth. We do go over there and we do poke fun about that stuff, because it isn't moderated, and I could care less if you talk about moderation over there. If Linwood, like Taylor had banned Linwood temporarily just to mess with him, and then he said something about it, I'm like, yeah, just come back. We're just messing with you type thing. But I don't care if moderation gets discussed, because it's literally a myth over there. So, as long as you don't post like nudity or anything like that, then you shouldn't have any issues. And I've been moderating a lot of servers a long time, including like my own corp discords and this Discord and just others, to the point where if you actually talk to adults like adults, there's trolling and such, but it's for a game, so keep it to the game, keep it civil, because there's people from around the world that are on there. It's like, just, you don't have to post anything bad on there, you know what I mean? So I think for the most part, some people, they're, of course you get bad actors and you have to moderate those people, but for the most part it should be fine. Yeah, there's no real need to have to moderate that Discord, I think. So, anywho, shall we talk about this Super Bowl super fight?
We should. Someone make note here. 52 minutes. Okay. Well, actually, before we talk about the fight, I got some breaking news. Some more spoilers, if you will. Some more guess what's coming to the game. Some more leaks to share with everybody.
Oh shit! Photoshop content incoming. Where's my sound effects?
So, we all know that during the time when they do the ship rental program and they do this prep up thing, we talked about this a couple of shows back. It was pre-Super Bowl time. That there was going to be there was a potential of a new area opening up after we get through this period of the prepping up time and the ship rental and the current event that we've got going on now, which ends sometime in March. Technically, it ends sometime in March. So my prediction at that point was April, we would see a new region open up, because every time they've done that before, that's just, and this is just me doing some common sense, some logical steps here. Now I can say in game that there are, and I'm looking at your DMs here in a second, Aaron, there are now in game some hints at what they're going to do when that new region comes out. There are new materials, at least 3 new materials being introduced into the game, and it looks like at least 3, if not one of each faction, new lightweight ships coming to the VACs. They're in the game
VAC
now.
Buff.
Yep, another VAC buff. They're in the game now. They're kind of in the background. They're hard to kind of pull down and find, but it's there. And my speculation on the new materials and some of the stuff that they're using there is that it's possible that the new stuff there for the region is going to be you're going to have to build a gate to get to it, as in a one-way gate. Fake news. What's that? What's that say?
This is the EE general chat.
Oh. I can put that up on our
the mods
screen.
are cloaked right now.
Here's the general chat.
I actually think
Mods,
I
please
know
don't ban
what
me.
is the new lightweight ship for the versatile carriers. I think it's a Venture. so it can do mining, so be more versatile.
No, I'm actually looking at frigates, decies, and a cruiser. So,
Not a venture.
as always, yeah, I'm looking at pictures of them. I'm not going to post them because then, whatever.
Retrievers.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be retrievers. That'd be hilarious. But with that said, and it's possible that some of these things are going to be changed up. It's possible that they'll be a little different, kind of like with the Lancers. The Lancers were different when they actually got released versus what I was seeing on the back end beforehand. So this could change as well. But to me, it looks like there's new materials, new gates, one-way gates into the new region, and the possibility of new lightweight ships for the VACs. So there's my breaking news. You heard it.
Do you have any screenshots of this?
I do, but I'm not going to share
photoshopped?
it. I'm not going to share it.
But
the Photoshop's strong.
It's fake, though.
No, it's not fake.
Okay.
Top secret.
And actually, and I just, how Tambo, come on, Nessible, you got my name wrong. I was cracking up. Dude, in that photo, I was actually laughing because freaking the general chat in EE Discord is absolutely just getting me rolling right now. They said FC hit jammer, please, because the mods are cloaked. Look, now they're all waking up right now, or at least two of them. But yeah, I just thought that was absolutely great. Absolutely hilarious. Speaking of unreleased content, Damon had released, or he had recorded 2 more Real Pilots of New Eden commercials.
Let's play those.
And so
then we'll go into the super.
those.
Then we'll go into the super thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So for your entertainment,
it's not that I don't want to talk about it. I do want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, but sure. Yeah, sure. I mean, you weren't even there, but sure.
I wasn't there. No.
The I know I jab, but for your entertainment pleasure, I got some new Real Pilots of New Edens for you. So here, check this out.
Eve Echoes presents Real Pilots of New Eden.
Real Pilots of New Eden.
Today we salute you, Mr. Solo Mining Fleet Commander.
Mr. Solo Mining Fleet Commander.
The entire Alliance is pinging a roaming fleet entering your space. But all you hear is those tasty space rocks calling your name.
Gonna eat them up.
You can't be bothered to check the Discord cams as your fleet melts away that ore even though the enemy is in your system.
Maybe I should check those cams.
You have 20 Covetors, 3 Ventures, and a big fat Rorqual, all pinned down and popping faster than those space rocks as you desperately scream for help in comms.
It's bright and Christmas out here.
So crack open a cold can of quaif, oh master of the mine, but be sure to pour another one out for your dead ships.
Mr. Solo Mining Fleet Commander.
That's pretty good.
So that was one. Here, I got another one here. I just gotta queue it up. Here.
Eve Echoes presents Real Pilots of New Eden.
Real Pilots of New Eden.
Today we salute you, Mr. Overzealous Average CTA PvPer.
Mr. Overzealous Average CTA PvPer.
The call goes out. CTA tomorrow at noon, and be early. You show up 14 hours ahead of schedule.
Where is everyone?
You happily circle the entry gate, throwing bubbles down, even though your FC has told you to stop.
Bubbles for you and you.
It doesn't matter that you have 440 skills in a destroyer. You have one job, and by golly, you're gonna do it well.
Happy little bubbles.
The battle begins. Ships are entering the system. The call goes out to bubble just as you run out of fuel and get popped 30 seconds in.
That was so fast.
So crack open a cold can of quaif, oh Baron of the Bubble. And don't worry, because you couldn't afford those rigs on that Coercer 3 anyways.
Mr. Overzealous Average CTA PvPer.
So there you go. Those are the two latest real pilots.
The best thing about that is it's so fucking true.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
That's
for
really
a behind the scenes this, because I know Taylor's going to throw the screenshot up in a minute. Go ahead, Taylor. Show them what I asked you when I was making that.
Do what now?
This you said you were going to put in because I asked you a specific question when I was writing that.
Oh shit! I've totally forgotten what we talked about. What am I supposed to do?
I'll throw it up in. Hold on.
I'm so bad. I'm sorry. I've had a week, man. I have no idea what you're talking about. He's gonna kill me.
Right.
Because I remember him saying there was some sort of setup for this, but now I've totally forgotten what it is.
After those commercials, yes.
Exactly, Nessable. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, Taylor, what am I supposed to do, Rick?
Rick, exactly. I'm sorry, Damon. I apologize. I don't know what to say. Oh, shit.
Okay,
that is what I'm supposed to post.
Remember.
So Damon's posted up. He says, okay, I'm going to get burned for this one. I can't remember. Dictors use fuel to bubble, right? Laugh my ass off. I said, haha, yeah, they do. And I remember telling him, I am going to fucking post this on the show. I remember that now. That's great. Maybe that's why he got muted as a senior CC, because he doesn't know the answer to that question. I mean, that would be a legitimate reason. I'm sorry, you can't be a content creator for this game. You don't even know how bubbles work.
He don't play the game. He just
don't
does
play
community news.
Nah, he does. He just doesn't do it often.
I have not flown a bubble ship.
Yeah.
I know exactly when I stopped playing, when they made those huge nerfs to destroyers. That's when I stopped playing bubbles.
A year ago? A year and a half ago?
Yeah, almost 2 years ago.
Dictors are pretty strong if you know what you're doing with them. Yeah, 2020 says Hans, exactly. Oh, that's great. That's
all right,
great.
man. Well, let's talk about this Super Bowl super drop that happened.
Yeah.
Do you want to bust that out as far as the story, or should I cover what I know?
Cover what you know, and then I'll fill in
all right.
where it's needed.
So this is, and like I said, this is the point of view that I had, because at the time I was watching the Super Bowl. I was watching my team come back for the win. I was watching Taylor Swift slam beers in her private booth.
Oh, yeah.
But all that aside, I was getting pings as to needing pilots to grab a ship and go to a system, right? And it's like, okay, Super's tackled. Okay, I don't know. I'm watching the Super Bowl, and then I get another ping. Super's tackle. We need everybody. Super's tackle. We need people. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll bite. All right, we're already winning. So, like the football game. I mean, I was watching that. I'm like, okay, I can jump in a ship and go. And so then I did. And my wife was next to me too, and she's getting the pings as well. And she was able. She's not much into football as much as I am. And so, of course, I was watching the game. She jumped on and started going to the system in which this call to arms was happening, right? So my point of view of it was, by the time I got there, there was something close to 300 people in local. And from the view that I got, I saw over 30 AOA supers hitting, at the time, our capital fleet. And I say our as in Razzle Dazzle, SHH, right? And I was in amazement as to seeing so many people there, so many different ship types, because there was literally everything there, all the way up to supers. And seeing how many bubbles, Dictor bubbles, Hictor bubbles, that were on the super fleets at that time. And not to mention, when I was on my way, I had to evade 2 gate camps that were neutral camped, and I watched another 30 AOA interdictors passing or trying to pass me as I was trying to get to the system that I was going to. 30 interdictors all camped on a gate. I was like, holy crap, what the heck is going on? So by the time I get on grid, I do see explosions, and to my surprise, it wasn't explosions on the enemy side. It was explosions from the fleet that I was blue with, right? So I remember telling my wife, I said, holy crap, look at those explosions. And that's in the capital fleet.
Yep.
Because our capital fleet at this time was getting wiped, right? By the time that I wouldn't say most, but by the time I got there, I think the supers had already been long dead. And we had a capital fleet in there, and they were trying to extract out of there. But at the same time that they were getting extracted, of course, some of them are dying. You know, I had corp mates that were there, and they lost, you know, huge ISK value ships, right? So my point of view of it was, holy crap, that was quite the battle. Now, I didn't get any kills. I did do a lot of, I got camped. I got stuck in a system that was next door and all this other type of crap. But you know, I had corp mates die there, and there's video and there's screenshots of this too, by the way. So I believe AOA have their perspective of that on Billy.
Yep.
I don't have the video with me, though. I believe there's a video that was shared to the Reddit, Echoes_Eve, and you could watch it there. But or unless somebody in the chat has the link to it. But the super fight, right? So looking at that and looking at how much AOA had at the time, I was just amazed as to what that superpower is that we're fighting against. It's freaking crazy. And, you know, ultimately that, you know, SHH or Razzle Dazzle lost, what, 6 supers, or is it 5?
It's 5. Everybody
like
keeps
5
saying
or 6.
6, but they forget what a villain is. It's 5.
Right. So at the end of the day, they lost 5. I believe 4 of them were from Trog and 1 from FKG.
No. You got your numbers wrong, but that's okay.
Okay. Did I say I believe? Because I don't believe. All right, do tell.
No, I just mean that there was 5 lost, and there was a couple Trog, couple of Bot 5, and 1 from X. Fufu lost his X. So
I'm very envious that I didn't. I see the pings were at 4 a.m. at my time, and I was sleeping, and then I see next morning like all the kill mails and everything. I was like, oh man, I would have filmed that video, but now it's too late.
What was that culmination, that sum of super losses, or just losses and caps in general? It was something over 20 T. 20 trill, I want to say, but
yeah, somewhere in there. It was 15. It was the 5 someone keeps saying there's 6, and I'm pretty sure I have 5, but maybe I'm just thinking about the other one. So anyway, yeah, the supers that were lost, and then another 15 regular. Well, I say regular caps. A couple of those are Science Seas, and a couple of those are VAC. So that's not a regular cap, but yeah, it was a heavy loss. There's no way you can look at it and try to spin that and say it wasn't. It was a heavy loss of caps, that's for sure. It could have been a lot worse. Kudos to the team that got those guys out of there as fast as they could once they saw the 30-32 AOA supers land on grid. But yeah, because there was more than that there, obviously, in our cap fleet and in our subcap fleet and our scepters and everything else. But yeah, it was that was a heavy loss on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yep. So yeah, that's why the whole term, right, was Super Bowl super loss.
My favorite meme out of all that, I don't know if anybody's got it on hand where they can post it real quick. I happened to see it on Reddit when I was scrolling through one night this week, and I saw the picture of Taylor Swift, super winner, and then my screenshot of my in-game character, super loser. I thought that was pretty good. That was my favorite one of the week. There it is right there. Yep, exactly.
Which I was thinking about that was Taylor Rick was a Chiefs fan, so like his team won, but not in game.
Not in game, yeah. Oh, God. That's funny. The Fat Rick is hilarious.
Rick's quotes. I
Fat
need
Rick
to get
says
that shirt.
Fat Rick says he'll pay you 30% of proceeds from shirt sales. Yeah, you're right. It is 6. Yep, it is 6. Yep. I'm looking at him now. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
Payment just posted him.
Like I said, that was my perspective of it from being there. Now, I did see a lot of people that weren't there were talking a lot of crap. To my amazement, as there's people out there taking credit, and when they weren't even there, it wasn't their supers on grid. So, yeah, that really, I don't know. I just thought that was pretty dumb. Like, well, if you weren't there, then why are you creating memes or, discussing it when you don't know anything about it?
I think for those guys on that side of the the divide, right, on that side of the aisle, if you will, they're just looking for any silent loss to go and poke fun at, because it doesn't happen too often. It really doesn't. Sure. It really doesn't. So, twice in 2 years that we've had a major cap loss. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's
part of the war.
It doesn't really matter what organization you are in the game when you have losses like that. It hurts, as evidenced by AOA's response, and the reason that they responded and baited the baiters essentially was because of their losses. And if you missed it, it was posted a while up here. I'm scrolling to find it and repost it. But the reason they're so mad, and the reason they did that and planned that, because they even had a Ray on a Jump Raider. They had a Ray on grid. They were ready for picking up whatever they were going to rip off the field. I've lost it. It's somewhere up there in the chat. There it is, right there. Run just posted it.
The Alert AOA.
The Alert AOA. If you haven't watched that, go watch that. And take a look at what we've been doing over the last year to all of the enemies of the Fed, the rest of the server that we've been at war with since November 29th of 2022. So it's been going on for a while, and they,
Do you guys know where did that Alert AOA thing come from?
I do know where it came from. It came from one of your guys down there in Void saying, "Oh my God, there's 2 supers on grid. Wait, there's 4 red supers on grid. Alert AOA."
In my video,
it was Pubstar.
In your video.
Yeah, we all know it was Pubstar that posted that Alert AOA, and then literally that image that's on your video, I made that and turned it into an emoji.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's funny. They used my image. Yeah,
I was like, damn, Poopstar, what you done?
Exactly, yeah. Creating content for us. That's what he's doing.
But he probably know that I was recording.
Yeah.
So how did this all start? And yeah, like Taylor had said, it was bait for the bait. So they, of course, there's a hunting group out there, and what they do is they bait for a super, and somebody bites, whoever that their intended target was, they bit, but then they didn't expect that big of a bite. So ultimately ended up in all those losses. So, it happens. It's a bummer that it happened, but
yeah, I mean, but
I heard somewhere,
as I've stated multiple times, no risk, no reward. The rest of the server is afraid to take risks like that because they're afraid they're going to get dropped the way that we just did, right? But, I mean, shit happens. It is what it is. We move on. You plan for those kinds of things. You don't necessarily plan to lose, 6 supers in one night, but you plan for what happens when you do. You try to have a plan in place to be able to react to when things go sideways. Patton was not the first person to say this, but I remember a very good quote from for his main book anyway. A battle plan only no matter how good the battle plan is, it only lasts until the battle begins. Right? So that's one thing that we do in the Fed. We plan. Doesn't look like it to some people. I know I don't sound like it when I'm like, what am I supposed to do? but
Yeah.
but it is what it is. I mean, if you don't take risks, then you don't get rewards. And I would gladly lose that fleet on Super Bowl Sunday night all over again if it meant that that fleet was doing God's work of the 18 supers, 998 capitals killed over the last year alone, culminating in 164 trillion worth of damages to our enemies. I would gladly give up 6 supers every time for that right now. Right now.
Next time when
You
you
heard it
do
here.
it, can you send me a DM and I'll come film a video? It would be cool to see, you know.
I wish I was
Oh, yeah.
there. I wish I was there. I wish I could have been there. It was I was obviously
I
doing
can't-
other things, but
I can't find the screenshot of it, but I know Maddie posted a screenshot of all those supers actually being rebuilt in EONE.
well, that's just the current production from one. That's just from one aspect of our current production. That, you know, if you look at what's in production right now all across the Fed, I'm not going to tell you how many. That'd be stupid, but it's a lot. It's a way more than 5. It's way more than what Maddie put out in that screenshot. What we already have ready to deploy is way more than even those numbers. So, I mean, we are prepared to fight a battle of attrition where it's, you know, that's who you're fighting, right? If you really want to look at the main enemy on the map, it's not TSC, it's not Void, it's not Burr. It's the organization that's gone from 2 regions a year and a half ago to 9. That's the organization.
So when are we going to join AOA? I mean, Void might as well.
Big happy
They might as well
family.
just do it now. But, you know, it's eventual that they're going to take over the server. So it's how long are we going to have to fight to be able to not do that? Of course, you have to get the rest of the server on board, but they're not on board.
Well, I think they
But-
already secret.
You're breaking up there, Damon.
So I think AOA deployed one of their secret weapons called
Momosaurus?
Momosaurus.
So, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I heard that the U.S. dollar amount to that was equal to a pretty decent new car. You
Oh,
know,
probably
like
more than that.
Something upwards of $40,000
Yeah.
U.S. That was lost just on our side.
Yep.
Crazy, crazy.
You're going to take losses.
That's a lot of money.
It's what the game is. This is what the game is. That's why we're here. That's why we enjoy it. We're here to,
Yeah,
we're
I
here to
wish
take the fight.
those whale players would buy some T-shirts and coffee mugs from UB Mart, so
Juby
I
Mart,
could also
UB
buy
Mart.
something nice.
get my shirt up there. That what's his name posted from Dune. Sure. What am I supposed to do? That's pretty fun.
Nice. I did need to make a call all supers from I need to make that soundbite from Lornas when she died in her vac the other day. You know, and they're saying deploy all supers. Deploy all 30 supers.
Yeah, you
Sleeping
know,
Mudkip had
I
boasted
look
all
back
the
on
lost
that,
mills.
and we thought that was kind of funny and like a joke or whatever. But she was actually letting a little bit of intel slip, and we just didn't realize it at the time
Yeah.
because they were moving those
'Cause,
around.
What,
apparently.
a couple days later?
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
a couple days later, there's 32 on grid. Yeah.
Yep. So that's kind of
Yeah.
that's not a coincidence. It's not a
And
coincidence.
who was it she was trying to silence from showing the PvP video? There was a PvP video released, and it was asked to be taken down by her
Yeah.
because it wasn't like she didn't have consent on it. Like, you don't need consent to. Her as a lost mill does not require consent.
And people talk about, and I've seen this go around this last week too, where people are saying that the Fed is silent, is trying to silence our pilots, not talk about it, not say anything about the fight. Don't talk bad about it. Act like everything's fine. Yada yada. Nobody goes around and tells people what to say. Nobody goes around and tells people not to say things. I mean, what the hell? I don't understand where that. Well, I guess I understand where that comes from. Like maybe in the past, you know. But man, nobody goes around telling people not to say shit. Say what you want. Do it. You know, play the game how you want to play it. Say what you want to play it. It is what it is.
No offense to Juby since he's here, but it's void intel. What do you expect?
Am I coming in on clear now?
What is Grognik saying? What do you want me to say, Rick?
Am I clear?
No comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. It's and at the CEO level, like, yeah, we're not told to not say anything. And typically when the pilots ask anything, you just tell them the truth. Like, this is what's going on. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a rough battle. The next morning when my EU members were waking up, they're like, what the fuck just happened?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, that's literally all you say is, yep, that happened.
Yep.
You see all the hundreds of pings that everybody got, because I'm sure they got them. Yep, that's what happened. So what can you do about it, right?
Say cock. That's for different reasons.
Tay tells me to shut up all the time. Don't believe the fake news. Who started calling you Tay think
I think Serial did. Serial was I was co-executor with in Care Bears with Guns. I think Serial started the whole Tay thing.
That's funny.
And I know the guys down in Void, down in the South, like to say Ricky T, which is kind of weird. I think Doro actually started that. Ricky T. Yeah, I don't go by that, but whatever. It is what it is. I'll shake it off.
I like the traditional Taylor insert quote here, Rick.
Yeah.
I think that's the funny. Those are the funniest. Tay-Tay's all right too. But you know, for Taylor Swift, I always say T Swizzle.
Yeah, that was always a nickname for her.
Thug Life.
Yep, yeah. T Swizzle. Yep.
Am I coming in any clearer now?
Now you're clear.
Yeah, you're clear.
Yes.
Okay. Well, getting back to the whole, I know what the battle plan is and how to combat AOA taking over the entire server. Sun Banana is going to come back with 100 super cap off the fleet.
Oh, you know, that is how I should open up a fireside. We are going to build 100 supers.
Nice.
Or I should say Titans, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. We have enough minerals to make 100 Titans.
I don't know about more fight. I don't know where to get any more, but we have enough of everything else.
Have we had a fireside since you've become exec? I don't think we have.
No, we haven't. No. Because it would turn into this.
Basically.
I'd be screwing around.
In AMA. Alrighty then.
If they want to change the game a little bit so that to make owning Sov more worthwhile, when Titans do come out, they should have like one mineral item that you need for it, and it only comes from like maybe 2 different systems.
Oh man. Don't give me more headaches. I mean, I was shocked that the Lancers don't use any materials from Cobalt Edge. I was shocked by that. I really thought that they would, which would just be horrendous. Because the Black Ops battleships are basically not buildable. I mean, the amount of material you need from Cobalt they're not really feasible to farm in any real manner. I mean, so
the issue is.
Well, I'm not saying out in like Vala or anything like that. I'm saying is like do something completely unexpected, like how EVE Online has incursions. We'll have like this mineral incursion, and the only place you can get it is certain systems, and the system changes from week to week.
Yeah, I mean
that would actually inspire a lot of fights and everything else.
yeah, some of these new materials that look like they're gonna be coming out could be it. I don't know. Yeah, that's the one. School these fools. That's the one. That's like my favorite one. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the thing is that you get the ships from the boxes, so basically the materials from the Cobalt Edge, you don't kind of need them. You just get the boxes and that's
Yeah.
it. So that's the whole issue with the Cobalt thing, that the materials are kind of useless if you think like that.
Yeah, no, I mean you could still the box thing. I wish they would get rid of the boxes. I think the boxes are stupid. They need to get rid of them.
Yeah, it's too much, the boxes.
Yeah,
I can't.
No more
them.
Sciences in boxes. No more the special faction cruisers in boxes. No more Navy issues in boxes or fleet issues. Definitely not a Lancer in a box.
Titans coming in boxes.
Yeah, they better not.
Boxes
They better
plus their
not.
core.
I don't think so.
Just watch. No, just watch. It's probably going to happen.
They're mods. They're doomsday weapons, maybe, because they've already done that. So that's not a stretch.
No. They'll do what they do with supers. It'll be a lucky box, and whoever has the top points will get the possibility of getting that from the draw, because they did that with supers.
Yeah.
Like you have a 0.0001% chance of drawing the super from a box.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
60 times guaranteed. $1,000
each time.
Go.
Each time. Yeah.
Each time.
Why are we still playing Echoes, Durka? Because I love it. It's a lot of fun.
Why are you guys still playing Echoes?
Durka asked. I have to make back the money you lost. For me. That's what
Rip. Right, it's for this, right? The talk, the chatter, what all happens.
Yeah, it's the community. It's everything.
You get
else.
entertainment behind it. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, we can
half of it's the game. Like I thoroughly enjoy the game and I like playing it, and and then the other half of it is playing with people from around the world and talking with them and this type of stuff. So
yeah, and I like to make like this type of shows and videos, and kind of when you play the game you feel like it's a different kind of life. You can escape your daily miserable life and feel rich and successful in EVE Echoes. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it is really about the people you're playing the game with. If you didn't have that camaraderie, if you didn't have those fun conversations, the hot mess comms night like we do in my corp, and the funny shit that happens on roams or even in CTAs and the stories that come out of that, win or loss aside, if it wasn't for those things, it would be a pretty boring game. And that's one of the great things about EVE just in general is it is a sandbox, and you can make of it what you want, and you can play the game however you want to play it. You can even be one of those guys who creates one of the best equity funds in the game's history, only to steal all the money from everybody and walk away and laugh. You can do that too. It's great. And I don't hold anything
his
against
accounts
Durka.
got banned.
Yeah, I don't hold anything against Durkadur for that. So,
his account got trade banned. It's like,
what can you do at that point?
Consider it his fault.
Yeah, it's you're screwed. But no, I mean that's just part of the game, right? Those are fun stories. It's not that it's not enough to have the map and the fight for the map and who controls what and all of this kind of stuff. It's not that that's not enough, because that's fun. The tactical side of it is fun. Overcoming, 2v1, overcoming those areas that you need to have in order to be able to do this, that, or the other, right? It's he sold his accounts. I kind of figured, Dirk. That's hilarious. Anyway, so no, it's all those things kind of combined. A lot of fun. Yep. He's a KFC manager now. Durkadur is.
Did you have anything else to add on the super fight?
No, we're good.
Okay. Moving on Another thing that had happened this last week that was released on the echoes._Eve was the all-time kills and losses by Alliance. It seems like there's this, it was posted by Echoes Data. So there's these kill stats. Now I'm trying to figure out, I didn't do too much digging in it. I don't know if this is off of Moby, considering that a lot of this stuff was before Moby.
No.
Do you know anything about that?
This is data scraped out of the game somehow. It's all in-game data, but it does include DR losses as well. It includes all losses, whether it's to rats, whether it's to PvP, whether it's DR, all of it.
Oh.
Yeah. So you'd be surprised who the top losers are in that ranking.
Well,
Dune.
I have
Dune.
Rip.
Red 1. Red 1. And also SDCA.
Hey, DR fraud is a thing. DR fraud is a thing. I don't want to name names, but we have DR frauded capitals.
Ouch.
So anyway, by the all-time kills and losses by Alliance, I have that screen up.
Exactly,
Slippy.
Just... Even if you're any FICO in a carrier. Yeah, look at that.
So I posted this in the on-air chat. The number one all-time kills and losses by Alliance, number one is no. Please stop at 85.6 trillion in kills with 56.6 trillion in losses all time. Number two was SHH Alliance, 77.4 trillion at 170 trillion lost. Meow was in third place on this list, 63.6 trillion killed at 102 trillion lost. Burr, fourth place at 56.3 trillion, 100 trillion lost. EQ Alliance, 53.1 T killed with 10.2 lost. AOA, 47.6 trillion killed at 150 trillion lost. And Bot 5, 44.9 T, and they've lost 44.3 T. So slightly positive there. But it goes through all the alliances. I'm more so the modern day alliances. You don't really see anything from the older alliances that aren't around anymore. Notice like GenFed's not on here.
I mean, the dollars don't even make sense to compare anymore with how things have changed,
right.
Pricing's changed, the capitals and everything else. You never would. So
yeah. Looking at KD, so let's see, all-time kills and losses by Alliance kill-death ratio. I don't know what numbers that they're talking about here.
Can you look at the
all-time
Void kill-death ratio, please?
Let me look. Void had 33 trillion killed at 109 trillion loss.
That's not bad.
Sure. I mean, it's negative by a lot, but it's not bad.
Well, in reality, what this should tell people is, regardless of who you are, it's really difficult as an organization to be ISK positive in PvP. And I'm not just saying that because Silent looks so awkwardly tip-sided on that. But I mean, really, honestly, in general, if you think about it, how hard is it to remain ISK positive when you are in a constant state of war? It's difficult. Mm-hmm. It's really difficult. It's cross-referenced with employment data. I know, Slippy, just don't die, but that's difficult to communicate with 100 guys in your fucking fleet who don't listen or aren't listening or semi-AFK or whatever. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of tough. And when you're moving around the map a lot and those DR numbers are thrown in there, that's tough too, to really look at that when you know the DR numbers are in there. And that really shouldn't be much of a thing moving forward, but we'll see.
Yeah,
and then I posted the all-time kills and losses by corp, and I'll just cover about the top 10 here. X Corporation had 75.7 T killed versus 11.8 lost. That's
nice.
Crazy.
Very nice.
CRB, 53 T at 15 T lost.
Yep.
Spy Corporation, 38 T killed, 13.2 T lost.
So that proves
ODSF, 31.
That proves my point. All of those groups, they're not small groups, but they're not huge groups, right? And so they've got a more tight knit, tight focused PvP groups, I guess is what I would say in those organizations like X, like CRB. They're not 600,000, 700,000, 1,500 man organizations that are going to field 5 fleets a week of 125, right? And then it becomes a numbers game. Eventually someone's going to get picked off here because they're dumb or whatever, or be that elite PvP pilot who bubbles the gate 12 hours ahead of time, like our
right.
commercial said. I mean, it is what it is. So
check out this KD ratio. Feta, 22.3 T killed at 608 billion lost. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta yell at my 2 idiots. They're barking. And then, yeah, there's just a bunch of number of corps. Though I want to say there's been, there was like a spreadsheet somewhere around that you can do filters and such, and you can make comparisons there.
Mario
so here's another image. I'm pretty sure I saw it on Excel. So here's another image for all-time kills and losses by character. Badran, number 1, at 33.6 T killed at 2.25 T lost. 0 DPS Legend, 18.8 T at 366 billion lost.
Yeah.
Nox, 14.5 T at 2.9 T lost. That was before the super loss.
Yeah.
I think these numbers were scraped beforehand.
They were.
Mr. Big Burger, 10.7 at 711 billion lost. So and then it goes down the list here. All the way down to Ron Solo in his Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? 2.53 T killed at... the numbers are kind of squished together here. I want to say that 66
or something like that.
It's like 663 billion lost. So, yeah, a lot of PvPers on there on that list, and that's the last screenshot that I have on there. I did see some other screenshots where people were doing like the bottom 10, of all-time losses and all that type of stuff.
Yep.
But that was part of that Excel sheet that I don't have in front of me.
Yeah, I do remember seeing that. I was getting kind of a little bit of a chuckle out of that. A couple of silent fed
Is that
corpse
on the
on
Gulag? I want to say that was on the
the
Gulag.
ones I listed earlier. It is what it is, guys.
So I want to say Run, if this is Run. Yeah, this was Run. He posted the stats of every corp in the game added together versus the NPC. The kill sum, what is this? 1.46 quadrillion. That's killed versus 2.8 quadrillion lost at a negative net 1.3 quadrillion at a 0.51 KD ratio. So that's 48% snugly versus the NPCs.
Interesting. Big numbers.
Those numbers make my head spin. Like, how many zeros in there? More than 9.
Let's see. Yeah, 1,000 million.
Still
billion,
better than
trillion, quadrillion.
Oh man.
That's
look
crazy.
at that.
Those are big numbers.
Yep.
I bet the developers are happy. They're like, yes.
Those are the
Good
kinds
job.
of numbers we'd love to get from them directly, right? I mean, those are the kinds of things we'd like to see
Right.
them put out every once in a while is kind of nice stats of the game, cool stats of the game. Number of concurrent users, which they'll never do, I'd love to see as well. I'd love to see that. I'm willing to bet that number's higher than what most people would expect, like a lot higher than what most
somebody
people
had
expect.
scraped this from the game, but it's like, how come the devs can't tell us this stuff?
Oh, they can. They just don't. They can tell us everything. They could tell us exactly how much titanium is in people's hangars right now.
Mm-hmm.
They can tell us exactly how much is on the market. I mean, that's how they change things. That's how they balance things. That's how they decide what to do what with down the road. Is they can see all that and look at that. It's way more than 36 bill with Trit because I've got.
I'm not sure
odd,
because
4 billion
like,
some odd just in Hangar 1 and FICO of Trit all by itself. So
back in the day, there was a bug that if you have a big stack of titanium, then you push the stack button and then it duplicates the stack, so you get like a free titanium. Basically.
yeah, that was fixed a long time ago, but no, now it's like 2.13.
That's the whole reason Honk got their medal.
That's exactly right. Yeah, but I mean 2.13 or something like that is your max stack you can have on any item in game, and titanium is when you see that on. And so I've got 2 stacks in our main Indy.
Yeah.
So
That's how Honk got the selfless medal, was because they were able to make that aware to
Find
the
the bug.
devs. Yeah. Only because GHA was doing it. Rip.
Yeah, that thing could have
GHA was
ruined the
abusing
game.
it.
yeah.
Yeah. You would split it a certain way and it would round up an integer or something like that, and then it would
boy.
mess with the game and then ultimately just duplicate it. So you had multiple stacks. Yeah. But yeah, I remember that, covering that story a long time ago.
Well, I don't have anything else for today's episode. Do you, Rambo?
Nope, that was it. That's all I had.
Okay.
I'd say we could do consider your suggestion, but I'm banned on the EE Discord, and we've gone for an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I did a suggestion in there. It was Gundam anime skins and Nanocore.
Gundam, yeah. That'd be fun.
Music quality has gotten worse the last patches. Why not adapting to EVE Online soundtracks?
Yeah, all
never have the
the
audio
EVE
on.
Echoes soundtracks are copyrighted. We can't play them in YouTube without getting a lawsuit or something out of that. So
I think Chain Demon sent this one to me. He said gold cores for mining ships without the AI function. Yeah, I think I that would be legit. I wish I could get a gold core for a mining ship. That would be legit. I don't really necessarily care for the AI function. What's this one? Space Cop sent
Oh,
me.
yeah. That's
Please
a good
fix
point.
standings with VAC and Super Capital
Yep.
fighters.
Yep.
They should show blue standings and not neutral when in the same alliance. It's rather confusing in big battles.
Yeah, you want to target those dictors. Oh, that's someone's lightweights. Shit.
yeah, there's a lot of confusion
Right.
in the battles. Yeah.
Yeah. There's confusion in big battles like that no matter what. That's just kind of the nature of the game. It's just there's so much going on screen. It is what it is. Good times.
Add personal. What is this? Add personal individual hangars. Like,
Yes, that's good.
don't we already have those?
No, kind of your basic inventory, but I think he wants that we can have the hangars.
No, just make
And you
station
can, like-
containers. Just make station containers.
Yeah.
Same thing. Just do
Now we use like Imicus co-ops for that. But
Yeah, just use containers.
Well, people were putting in suggestions about Randal, and they were getting denied by the mods.
Oh, Randal's skin.
Yeah. It's a little known fact that 40% of listeners are sitting on the toilet. Jeez, they'd have like legs would be freaking numb by now. My Randal ship rename suggestion got denied. Big rip.
Randal ship. Oh boy.
Okay, guys, that's all I got. That is all I got.
Yep, it was an excellent show.
I would say whoever wins the Inscription of the Galaxy can submit the Randal image as their corporation.
Oh.
You know, but you won't see that for a year.
Never happened.
Once removed. So.
Oh man, there's already a Randal corp and there's Randal characters flying. It's just, people have taken it quite far. It's not going to go away. So mods got to figure something out over there. Yeah, mods, they got to figure something out. They can't ban everybody. Maybe they can, but they can destroy their own community. I don't care.
They can die while they're trying. All right, remember everybody to go on over to, I'm going to paste it again. Make sure you're on this Discord, the official Fake Eve Echoes. We have 125 members who have joined. We just started this on, what was it, Friday or was it Saturday? I forget when we threw this up there. Maybe it was Friday. It's probably late.
Yeah, it was
day on Friday,
Friday night.
Yeah, like a Friday night.
Friday night.
Yeah, it was a Friday night because I made it from my phone.
Go ahead, rate it.
Yeah, go ahead, rate it. Post up, do whatever you want, talk about whatever you want. It's open to all, free to all, no moderation. Will it turn into the next gulag? I don't know. You have to be over there to find out.
Okay. And before I start the outro, I just want to give a shout out to Jubileus. Thank you for joining, as well as Heron Explorer. He's not in the chat right now, but also Heron, thank you for joining us. It was a pleasure having you guys on the show, and as well as Damon Zell. The news from last year, echoes from last year. So thanks for joining.
Hey, he's done more videos in the last 2 months than he did in fourth and third quarter combined of 2023. He's on a roll.
Right.
This is true.
All right, we'll start the outro and call it a show. We'll see you guys in the after party. All right.
Thank you all for listening to this week's episode of Echoes of New Eden podcast. Please take a moment to follow us on Apple and Spotify, or subscribe to our YouTube or our Twitch channel for all the content that we release. I'd like to take this time to give a shout out to the EONE sponsored content creators. If you haven't checked out these content creators, please support them as well. Damon Cell from Echoes of last year, Mario from Echoes.mobi, Jubilaus PvP videos, Hell, your latest Benzie wannabe, Lotara, whatever he does, and Eclipse PvP. We will see you next week for all the latest in Eve Echoes news. Join us live on Discord or listen on one of our platforms. To all our listeners out there, fly safe, get good, and 07.
Countdown.